Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We're George and Martha,
Choo choo.
and today we'll be recapping The Real Housewives of Orange County, Season 14, Episode 4, Breakdown in Beverly Hills. And yes, we have been scandalized by learning what a train is.
I think it crossed my mind
Me too.
during last week's episode, but I was too afraid to say something because I didn't want to sound like perverted.
It occurred to me after that I had a roommate in rehab who woke me up in the middle of the night to brag to me about this, but she described the act itself, and I said, "What?" And she went, "Yeah, run a train."
Did she say how many fellas were on the train or
4.
Oh, that sounds so stressful too.
And she was the caboose. Okay, guys, we are on a reality TV show. We're being filmed and recorded, and we're all mic'd. This train conversation does not leave this car. I don't understand. I don't understand why they keep saying, I would never have a part in such a rumor. And I love Tamara's explanation.
Yeah.
A train means multiple men, bam, bam, bam. And then they play
I know.
train sound effect in the background. And they're all adamant that they do not bring this up. We have a pact.
Please.
That's a rumor we will never, ever talk about, except on camera and in our confessionals.
I can't wait for Tamara's granddaughter to grow up and watch reruns of her grandmother talking about, 8 men fisting or fucking people. Women.
Just call it what you said. Fisting.
Fisting.
Oh, well,
I'm sorry.
I love how Shannon is so indignant.
I know.
Talking about 8 men doing that to a woman in front of people is disgusting, and I will have no part of it except in my confessional where I explicitly say it.
I was talking to my friend, and I don't know why this escaped me. Well, a lot of things escape me. But he talks about how Vicky instigates it and pretty much sets Tamara up to say trade, and then Vicky takes, what? No trade. Don't say trade.
I know, it's ridiculous. That was hysterical to me. I know, they were playing back a little bit, and that occurred to me. She lays the bait. And Tamara, it was definitely discussed beforehand. This was very scripted. She's like, she's just mad at me because it's not about the cocaine. I know a lot worse. A lot worse. So much worse things about her. Really, really, really bad things I won't bring up. I'm not going to say it.
The train?
Yeah. Are we talking about the train?
No.
Tamara, telephone Tamara. Do not say that. Don't. I'm leaving. I'm going. Oh, I never said anything about the train. All I said was choo choo. Thomas the train engine. Little engine that could. I never said anything about the train. Wasn't me. It was Tamara. This is absurd. This is so absurd.
It is. And the dramatic music underneath it all.
Dun,
It
dun,
feels
dun,
like they're
dun.
kind of trying too hard to make this a bigger deal than it really is.
And you know it's going to be. Kelly's going to flip out.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
Now, if someone said that about me, I would love it.
Well,
If you told me.
I mean, I do know things about you, Martha.
Oh, like what?
I know what you do after AA meetings in the men's restroom.
Yeah, what do I do?
I know about the glory hole.
I know a few things about you, too.
Oh, really? What do you know?
You and your family.
Oh, really? What?
I'm not going to say them on camera.
Oh, really? What do you know about my family?
Nothing, just...
Incest? Oh, cocaine?
No, I didn't. I had an itch. So, we open with Shannon storms Bador visiting Tamara. And they're going to go for a walk. And Tamara wants them to bring butcher knives because they're afraid of mountain lions. And then Tamara's showing how you scare off a mountain lion. And I was wondering how George and I would handle that. and I'm pretty sure I know what would happen.
I do too.
You would push me and run.
Well, no. I mean, that's what I would do after I tried to befriend it. I'd be like, oh, hi, come here. Oh, you're so pretty. And I'd be like, you're so nice. And I'd like start backing away, and then it'd come and I'd go, Martha, I'm sorry, I just gotta do it. Just take it, please.
Let me get mauled.
Or I would say, Martha, show it your tits.
Yep, that's exactly.
Like, just flirt with it, Martha.
Well, we've talked about this because I was like, we should go Bigfoot hunting. And
we have.
Because see, we are the type that would find Bigfoot. If there is Bigfoot, and I think there could be, maybe. We are 100% the type of people that would just go one time into the woods and find a fucking
like randomly,
Sasquatch.
we'd go to like freaking Chappaqua stalking Hillary, and all of a sudden Bigfoot just comes out of nowhere.
And I'd be like, Swampy. You're like, Martha,
we left our phones in the car.
We have no proof.
We end up in a psych ward.
I think it would like me. It would like fall in love with me. It would want to mate because it would probably be mating season.
Be like,
that's why they're out and about because it's mating season. And then so you come over.
Like, oh, he's so. Martha, no! Say something to it, Martha. Say it's not nice.
I'd have to like pretend you're my baby. No, he's a baby Bigfoot, and you have to go. Meh. We're not normal. But that's how I envision the mountain lion thing.
Yeah, no, that is, yeah.
I think we would just run.
You would have your heels on.
I'd have to take them off. I'd be running. You're like 20 yards ahead of me.
I'm sorry, but I would bolt.
He would bolt.
It's horrible, but it's true.
Yeah, and you know what? I'd be stuck behind him, but then the mountain lion would get turned on by the chase and like jump on your back. You think you're saving. And then you feel close.
And you're just laughing.
Yeah.
You're filming.
That's what you get. Told you to get the bear mace. But yeah, then they're off for their walk, and they're talking about how Bronwyn has a really weird laugh, which we noticed. Like, she did this fake thing on her Valentine's date where she was like, hee hee, but apparently she laughs like a little dolphin.
They did a little montage. And
they did some nice editing work because they're going to cut to Bronwyn's house. So they're like, can we talk about that laugh? And then the next scene is, she's filming her kids. So now Gina and Kelly are in Bronwyn's house.
Brownwind. We are calling her Brownwind now, seeing as how Vicky is no longer a regular. We are going to be honoring her by
who is this Brownwind?
Yeah, Brownwind.
Oh.
So anyhow.
Well, I like one thing. I like that Shannon has taken to Gina. They talk about that.
I thought that was interesting because, Gina told Tamra, this is in confidence, and she told someone else, who was the other? Oh, Emily. This is in confidence. So then Tamra and Emily are out walking, and she goes, it would be really good for, you and Gina to get together. You've both had, very similar things happen to you. I'm not allowed to really say what they are, but you and Gina have both had very, very, very similar things happen to you, if you know what I mean.
This is definitely not a group that...
keep secrets.
Yeah, no. See, now, I've heard the New York women are really good about that.
Really?
They get together, they discuss what's off limits. It's off limits.
Wow.
They will not... I believe
impressive.
that, too. I believe that. I'm sure Ramona has the most
No, it
stuff.
does, because look at, Luann. I'm sure they had so much fucking shit, and they just kept it under lock and key.
Yep. I'm sure Dorinda has shit where she's like, don't you bring up the time John was with the hookers in Jackson Heights. You're not bringing it up, Bethany. No problem. It's okay. It's good. It's fine. It's fine. It's all right. Yeah. Okay, well, if Dorinda is going to say, can't bring up the time that I found Mario on Match.com with men. And they keep it. They keep it under.
That's impressive.
On the DL. So, back at Brownwinds.
First of all, you called it. The first episode, we thought, oh, she seems decent, Brownwind. And then you said, no, she's a snake. Turns out, You were absolutely right.
It's a red flag when somebody starts blending in too well. Like Brownwind has just gotten into the group too perfectly. There's not one moment where it's like, oh, this is the new girl. She has to get used to everything. Yeah. It was like, boom. She's like a regular cast member who's been there forever. To me, that was somebody who's very manipulative, reading the room very well. Beep, 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 beep. I don't know.
And then goes right to Kelly.
So Gina's mad about it. But it's just funny to me how Gina's like, so yeah, I'm mad because we discussed in the car that we're all going to keep it to ourselves. And then, yeah, like, Bronwyn, she called Kelly and told her. So I'm mad about it.
Gina really is a fucking mess.
Yeah, I know. She's cursing in front of Brownwyn's kids. Well, first of all, I can't keep up with her children. And I don't like her children. She reminds me of Sarah Palin with all the kids.
Yeah.
This is
with the name. This is Trinket. This is...
They all end with an E-N. This is Orion. This is Kevin, Brian... whatever. Jen has a gaggle behind.
Yeah,
Jen.
I want to know.
Bronwyn.
I want to know what the deal is with someone who has that many kids. What would your diagnosis be as a psychologist? Someone comes into your office and they have 7 children.
I think Bronwyn, because of her chaotic upbringing, wanted to start like a commune.
Yeah.
Like she created a little cult.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like to me. There's a very, like, Manson family vibe to Bronwyn.
It's weird.
Her mother seems like she would have been in the Manson family.
Yeah. And having a child that's 1, the youngest is 1 and the oldest is 18, that's insane to me.
I can't deal. Oh, wow. Anyway, Gina's talking about how she lost her keys. She's telling her, she's like, oh, yeah. Did you find a sunglass case because it had my keys in it? Wait, what? That's where you put your keys? Yeah. Oh, well, I had to get in my house through the garage. I'm not adulting well.
I can't
But then the little toddlers are next to her. She's like, yeah, I'm really like a fucking mess right now.
I honestly, though, I'd rather have Gina as a mom than Bronwyn.
Me too. I really like Gina. I do. I just... whatever. So they go outside. And
I love Gina's sunglasses, by the way.
They're talking about, because Gina's like, Bronwyn, you weren't supposed to bring that up. And Bronwyn's like, well, we agreed to keep it between us. And I thought that meant don't leave the group. I didn't think that didn't mean don't tell Kelly. You went right to,
right to, in the car, on the phone.
Unbelievable. Now, one could make the case, well, she was trying to be a good friend to Kelly. What I would do in such a situation is tell the person who said it that they should talk to Kelly. Like, I would tell Tamra, you mentioned train, you need to let Kelly know you mentioned train, or I'm going to do it. Right. But she, just went right to it. And she's like, well, I guess I'd rather be a bitch who starts shit than a dishonest one. And Gina's like, well, then be ready to be a bitch who starts shit.
You just did.
Yep, that's it. She's cemented herself. Bronwyn, bitch who starts shit. Sounds like a saint name.
Yeah. Saint
Bronwyn, bitch who starts shit.
I like that.
Patron saint of shit stirrers.
That's it, and Tamra has shit stir or pot stirrer probably in her kitchen. Did you see her towel?
Sure did. And Gina's telling Kelly, if you don't want to have this problem with Vicky, stop doing shit back. She's like, what shit back? I didn't do anything. I don't want to talk about Vicky. I don't have anything to do with Vicky. I don't want to say anything about her.
She's a liar. She's a liar.
She lies about everything. I don't want to deal with her. No, I didn't say anything. She's like, you did the peg thing. No, I don't want anything to do. She gets so reactive.
Yeah.
And so she denies the train.
She did the train. Can we all agree that...
This is ludicrous. I've never even had a threesome.
I don't really judge people who are... Like, I know of someone who likes having fecal matter placed on their bodies.
Stop it.
So like...
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No.
I do.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I do. It's not me, I swear. No, I really do. And, like, I kind of judge him... But, like, the whole train, everybody has their issues. or kinks. I prefer to refer to them as issues. So why didn't you just... of course she's not going to admit it.
My favorite part, what you just said, is fecal matter.
Yeah, I'm surprised that came out of my mouth. I have a friend who watches this, and he knows who I'm referring to.
Well, I don't judge people.
Whatever. I do. I mean, I am judging you, Kelly. I am judging you for this trade thing, but we know you're doing it. You know, you're snorting cocaine, and you're getting railed by all these men, and you're loving it, and there's cat hair in my mouth. I'm a wreck. I'm glad you're doing better, though, Martha. What's your deal?
Nothing. I just think it's funny when you get very fired up about weird things.
I'm just on my mind. I'm everywhere. I'm trying to contribute to this because some of this seems kind of petty, and I'm trying to be engaged. And at the same time, I'm just start talking, Martha. Just go.
Okay. No, all I was gonna say is I don't judge what most people do, consenting adults behind closed doors. You know, fine. But it's the way Kelly's reacting that to me is a little bit of a tell. Like the way she reacted to cocaine, the way she reacted to this. And she could say, well, this is hurting my daughter. Then leave the show. If you're that worried about Jolie, I wouldn't be on this show anymore if that was causing that much damage.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, it's like if somebody said that to me, they're like, oh, there's this rumor that you were in a train. I'd be like, what's a train?
I would too.
What's a train? They're like, somebody said you got nailed by 8 guys in a row. And everybody watched you. I would be like, what?
Everybody watched me.
I would not be offended.
No, I would go on Instagram and be like, so today someone told me that I was involved in a train hijack or whatever, and people watched me. So, I mean, I'm honored that people think that I'm sexually active and that I'm, you know...
The thing is, I really could see Kelly... Number one, I could see her doing coke. And I could also see her having a coke-fueled...
Oh, that's exactly what I'm imagining. And the thing is, I think it would be jarring if she were to admit to it. But I would find that admirable in some odd way. I'd be like, oh my God, we have a housewife who just admitted to doing that. It would be crazy. And it would be... I would kind of like her.
I just think the Kelly doth protest too much.
Oh, big time. She's a liar.
Mm.
Is that a decent... I'm not good at impressions, but you know how her teeth sort of come out when she... Liar.
Yeah, her caps are too big.
Are mine too big?
Not like Kelly's.
But they're too fucking big.
No, but if you ask me, like, if they ever interfere in your speech, I'd say maybe a little bit.
They probably do.
A drop. Not like Kelly, though. Kelly's like... Blah, 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 blah. Like Joan Rivers. Blah, 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 blah. Remember that? They're not going to know what we're talking about. Look up Joan Rivers when she made fun of Margaret Thatcher.
They might know.
Look up when Johnny Carson pranked Joan Rivers with a Margaret Thatcher impersonator. That is funny shit. That was hysterical.
I miss Joan.
That was one of the greatest pranks I've ever seen. She fell for it so badly. Yes, I hear you have trouble understanding me. You say that we all say, fa, 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 fa. She's like, oh no, I make fun of Americans too. I love a good Housewives therapy scene.
She seemed like a decent therapist too.
She did. So yeah, I am having a really rough time, like with the DUI. I'm getting past it. Like I'm like, it was really, I know it was like a bad thing, but like I'm learning from it. And I'm on the other side of it. Like I had a rough time. Like DUI, adultery, I went to jail.
I feel like people who are able to articulate that and say it, you know, are full of shit. It's like the people in AA, like, yeah, I've overcome. I'm better now. I've seen the error of my ways, and I'm...
Yeah, but I think, I don't know, I get that vibe more from Shannon Beador. I feel like...
Do not talk about Shannon Beador that way. Shannon Beador is perfect. She dances on tables.
I'm just saying, you know, she's a little bit more of the everything's perfect. And I think Gina is really sad, but I thought she was insightful about what some of she said, where she's like, I don't really have a right to be mad at him for being with that girl. Like, it sucks. It's a gut punch. Because I think she probably thought it was an affair and then it ended, but it didn't. It was more serious than that because They kept seeing each other.
Yeah.
And that happens. And she had to accept that she doesn't really have maybe of him anymore. You can't.
Yeah.
What is she gonna say? They're done.
Yeah.
You know, and she's like, babe, maybe I won't even care anymore. What's your therapist like?
She's very tough. She can be very confrontational. She challenges me. She makes me do things that I don't want to do.
Which is good.
Which is good. She's CBT based. She's like a CBT fanatic, which has helped me a great deal.
That's really good. Well, I've been seeing a therapist who thinks...
Oh, yes. Go, continue.
Well, she feels that I need a past life regression. But I was wondering what you and I were to each other in a past life.
Okay. I think I was probably your child. Or your pet.
I wonder. Yeah, maybe you were my kid.
Because you do have like a very maternal presence towards me.
I do. Yeah, I feel like your mommy sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's not like just like a weird instinct. I have to stop myself from mothering him.
I don't care.
Yeah, but I like realize like you gotta have boundaries. No, but it's weird. There is like that weird feeling.
It's practice. I don't know, because I could just see you changing my diaper.
We always joke about how one day I'm going to have a kid and he's going to take the kid out, and every day the kid's going to come home and be like, Uncle Swampy says you're a whore.
I know.
He'll be like, oh, Martha, I'm going to take Isabella to a Broadway show, and I think it's like Frozen on Ice, and she comes home and she's
Virginia
like,
Woolf.
Yeah, Uncle Swampy took me to see a Streetcar Named Desire. What's a rape?
Uncle Swampy wanted me to tell you that we've had this date from the beginning. Why is there Frozen on Broadway, by the way?
I don't know, but I just picture this. You'll be like, oh, can I take Isabella to see a movie? I'm like, great, yeah, go take her to see that latest Pixar thing. She comes home, what did you see? Oh, Uncle Swampy took me to see a movie where the girl talks like this and says your mother sucks cocks in hell. Like, really? Uncle Swampy. Martha, it was sold out.
But I could also see...
Take her to see Annabelle. Scare the shit out of my kid. She's waking up at 3 a.m. Mommy!
Did you see it?
Yes, I saw Annabelle.
Did you enjoy it?
No. I was terrified. I could see you doing that to me. The kid's freaking out. I'm calling you, you fucking asshole. Traumatize my kid.
My uncle would do that to me. He would do scary things to me, scare me. But I can also see us in our old age pretty much having chased everybody away and just being alone.
My kid takes care of us.
Yeah, and
hates
we're
us.
So mean to him. But we we split him, you know? We just say horrible, you know, your mother, you were a mistake. I'll tell him, like, you were a mistake. And I'll be like, don't help your mother with her oxygen tank today.
Maybe I'll make you the godfather.
That's fine. You can do that. I'll probably, but like, the christening, but I've never like held a baby, I don't think. I'll drop him.
You're not going to drop him.
I don't like children.
You'll be a good guy. You'll love my kid.
You can't get mad at me, though, for like tormenting him. You're going to have a boy.
Kid's going to love you.
They all do, because I'm indifferent.
You'll have a bond with this one.
Yeah, I will.
He'll be the one kid you like.
Yeah. Because he'll be like smoking at like 13.
Because of you.
Yeah, we'll be sitting on a bench.
I'll be in therapy with the kid. Be like, John, can you please tell me where you picked up smoking? You're not in trouble. Just tell me. Be like, fucking Uncle Swampy.
Fucking Uncle Swampy.
You gave me a fucking Marlboro Red.
We were sitting on a bench and I was having a bad day. And you said, you know, when I have a bad day, I just light up a cigarette.
I feel so bad for Emily. I give her a lot of credit for trying to put on this sexy dance thing. I can't learn to dance to save my life. Like, I was preparing to do these auditions for acting school where my vocal coach wanted me to add a little bit of choreography, and I couldn't even do 3 steps. He was like, "What is wrong with you?" I just can't. Are you a good dancer?
I don't think so.
We really want to take a tango class together. Can you imagine George and Martha on Dancing with the Stars?
Did you know Sean Spicer is on Dancing with the Stars?
I don't even want to discuss that. That is so stupid. But I could picture us being really competitive.
But yeah.
But anyway, poor Emily's trying really, really hard. And then Bronwyn and Kelly show up to be supportive, and right away, somebody's got to say...
We're wet!
We're all wet from this hot dancing. And they're saying that they understand why Shane was not into it, because Shane, as Kelly says, is not a man's man.
She might be right there.
I think they're all right when they're like, Shane wouldn't be into this, because Shane's a uptight asshole.
He is.
He's mean to Emily no matter what, but then I really did feel bad for her with this. And she's right. I mean, it is, when you're talking about a dance like that, for someone who struggles with her weight.
Yeah. I'm glad that she's doing it, though. Because I thought maybe she wouldn't, since the husband expressed a little interest. But I guess she's going to do it anyway. So, I don't think Kelly's, I don't think her weight is...
You mean Emily?
What did I say, Kelly?
Yeah. No, I think Emily is one of these people who carries her weight well.
Oh, I agree. No, I agree.
I don't understand all those people with the body shaming. There's people that you could tell they gained a lot of weight because they're going through something.
Yes.
It's not healthy.
Or they look bloated because they've been drinking too much.
But Emily, to me, looks like one of those people who just has a bigger frame.
No,
I don't look at Emily and see, oh my God, she's so heavy. She just looks like a more voluptuous woman to me.
She's curvaceous.
She is. She's very curvy. I mean, fuck people who give her shit for that.
I'd tap it. Is that what they say?
Oh, George.
Or my favorite one now is I'd take it to Pound Town. A one-way ticket.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. You wanted to talk about Kelly Dodd's dating history?
This, I keep forgetting to bring this up, but I guess she had a fling with one of your favorite people, Mr. Avenatti.
I hated Michael Avenatti from day one. And this fucking guy was on every news show, every day. And I'm like, why are they falling for this con job? And it does not surprise me that Kelly Dodd was dating him. In the least. That's the type. She's trash.
Yeah. Anybody? Yeah, exactly. Well, he also has, he's famous now, so I'm sure that was probably what attracted her. He's not a bad-looking guy either.
Everything Kelly says sounds so vulgar to me. If someone else said
Circle jerk.
If someone else said it, I might not be as ugh. But she says things in such a brash way sometimes. The way she's like, oh, you didn't want to just take him to a room and give him a banging? I don't know.
There is something weird, because it's something Tamara could say it, and it would probably just go in one ear and right out the other for me. But with Kelly, it's...
Tamara would be like, you want to give him a banging? But Kelly Kelly reminds me of Janine Pirro.
Absolutely.
They have a very similar way about them.
They do indeed.
That strident voice.
Angry.
Yeah. There's a real...
Forced.
There's always this aggressiveness to everything she says. Not just, why didn't you just take him to a hotel room and bang him a little? She's like, give him a banging. That's what Jenny would do. Putting on a strip show, that's a lot of work. Why don't you just take him to a hotel room and give him a banging? Yeah. I think I might, Okay.
We're doing a Janine video soon.
We're going to do a small documentary about the day we infiltrated Fox News.
I mean, that's part of it, but it's really just going to be our history with Jeanine Pirro.
Yeah, but I think it all culminated in...
Oh, it culminated, but I think we have to do
Oh, well, that's part of the documentary.
Yeah.
That'll be like the phase 1.
That'll be the prologue.
Yeah, like how do we start wanting to meet Jeanine Pirro?
I mean, basically, it's just going to be about us being crazy.
But you know that, and that's why you love us.
Do they? People do leave really nice comments.
We feel like Sally Field whenever we get your comments. Right now, I know you like me. You like me.
With that hair of hers.
Nobody else likes us. Very,
disturbing.
Very Tennessee Williams scene with Bronwyn. Well, she talks about how this is the first time she's staying behind. It's a family trip, and they're all going away without her, and how she's a natural caregiver, and she needs to be needed, and it's a hard pill for her to swallow that her kids will be okay without her, which I find odd because most parents I know, I mean, of course, people get empty nest and they miss their kids, but I always hear moms say that they feel like their job in life was to make sure their kids would be okay without them.
Yeah.
And she's saying, I like when my kids are sick because they need me more. Bronwyn, don't start with the Munchausen stuff.
I was just thinking the Gypsy Rose Blanchard
Oh
thing.
my God, this was bordering on Bronwyn. You should get some professional help.
You have the OCD thing. The kid with the OCD. And she's one of the older ones, too.
That scene where she was giving the baby to the teenager and saying, will you take care of her? It reminded me of when my baby brother was born, because I was 15 and my mom had another baby. And I was like that with him. It made me nostalgic.
Really? You liked that?
Oh my God. I wanted my mom to have a baby. I used to dream that she was going to have another one. And I would tell her. And then she got pregnant, and I was so happy because I was really sad as a teenager. And that kid, he's brought us so much joy. But I also felt like it gave me training. Like I felt like I learned what it was like to have a newborn.
Yeah.
Because I used to stay up with her and try to help her.
You're 15. That's old.
I was a night owl anyway, so my poor mom would be struggling because he was the worst baby.
Was he really?
The worst baby ever. He got better later on, but he was a tough cookie. That was a tough baby. But it gave me training, and I don't know, the way Rowan was helping her with him reminded me how I was with my mom.
Yeah.
Like, I know what to expect now when I have a baby.
Okay.
And Uncle Swampy will be there. Will you help me at night?
We'll talk about it.
There's no way in hell he would get up to deal with the baby in the middle of the night.
I mean, I would come and keep you company at night.
He'd be so mad.
I would
sipping Dunkin' Donuts, telling me, Martha, what the fuck were you thinking?
It would be too chaotic for me.
Well.
But Bronwyn. What do you think Bronwyn's book is about?
Yeah, that was really weird. She's like, Mommy's not coming on the trip with you. Mommy's going to meet with someone who's going to help her with her book.
How original.
Okay. Mommy's meeting with someone to help her with her book. Bronwyn's really fucked up. But who wouldn't be with that kind of an upbringing?
What was so bad about her upbringing?
Her mother, they grew up in a trailer park, and then her mother changed careers 100 times. She was in a rock band.
Oh, that's right. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
I mean, she had a fucked up childhood. And I think, I don't know, I guess we're going to learn more about Miss Bronwyn. But this scene just really gave me a bad vibe.
Bad news.
And I felt bad for her because I could tell she was really in distress over it. But the way she, those are the kinds of thoughts that I feel like you might admit to your therapist, but not on TV. To, actually say, I like when my kids are sick.
And just the way she was sitting there at the table after they'd all left was...
Crying.
She was, distraught.
I mean, I guess there's a loneliness when your house is so full, but just...
Yeah.
But she didn't say that. She could have said in her confessional, God, it's so hard when the house gets all quiet. I miss them.
And I don't like her confessionals. They just seem so planned, so too scripted. Like she's rehearsed them in the mirror too much.
I see that. So Gina is out to lunch with Tamara, and she tells Tamara a few things about her life, that, you know, she's dealing with her daughter having some delays, developmental delays. I don't think it's anything that serious, you know. She said that they noticed that, like, the other kids are writing their names and her kid's, like, not there yet. But that's...
Yeah, that's common, I think.
It is, but she's upset because she's like, her husband's not there to help, her ex-husband is not there. She's like, he comes to the doctor's visit, but then he goes back to LA and I have to handle the whole thing. And Tamara's like, doesn't he think he should come back to Orange County? It's not going to happen. It's fucked up. I do feel for her with that. But they're so hung up on him being with this other woman. That part I don't really understand. Like, I understand why Gina's upset about it, but I don't know why Tamara's egging it on. It's like, I'd be like...
Emily was too at one point.
Yeah, it's like, but you broke up. Like, that's it.
I think it's because it was the same one she had the affair with. Or the same one he had the affair with.
But they were having other problems.
No, I know.
It's not like that person. Is that who broke up the marriage?
That's who he was having the affair with, that woman.
But what I'm saying is, like, sometimes the affair itself is not what ends the marriage.
No, I understand.
I mean, he was also doing a million other horrible things to Gina. Like, it sounds like it was not good all around. And he had an affair as a symptom of whatever problem they had. And they're so focused on him being with this woman. I'd be more focused on
Well, you know what? She's a fucking train wreck right now, so it is very easy for her to focus on this other woman.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you don't want to look at your own shit, so you put it all on this woman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, I'd be more upset about him not being present for the issues with the children.
Yeah.
That's the real problem.
Yeah.
But I like Gina. And then they get into how Emily went batshit because Shannon apparently gave an interview to Jeff Lewis where she may have said that she wouldn't be surprised if Emily and Gina didn't come back. Now, we don't know exactly what Shannon said, but instead of Emily calling Shannon to ask her about it, she tweeted really hardcore, like, insulting her weight, insulting her business. And Gina's like, it was really bad. It was really bad. I was shocked at how bad it was.
And Tamara.
And Shannon's been really nice to me. I'm going to walk through that open door and be friends with her.
But I don't know. I feel like it's like manufactured, this annoyance with Emily, especially coming from Tamara. Shannon started this. Why isn't there no discussion of that? I mean, first of all, Shannon and Jeff Lewis apparently are very good friends. So she denies saying these things. So she's kind of throwing Jeff Lewis under the bus.
But he didn't say anything that bad either. He said that Shannon mentioned she wouldn't be surprised if they didn't come back. That could have been like she thought maybe they didn't want to be on the show anymore. It didn't necessarily mean that she thought they were... I think the point is... Emily should have just called her and been like, what the fuck did you say to Jeff Lewis? What's that about? Right? Instead, she just immediately went to social media and started slamming Shannon publicly.
I mean, she's had issues with Shannon from the get-go, so...
So Shannon had planned a day in Beverly Hills for the girls, but it's mainly in Gina's honor. She wants to take care of Gina. And there's some funny banter on the bus. I thought that was pretty funny when Emily gets competitive with Shannon about speaking Spanish. It was like they're not addressing this whole tweet thing.
Yeah.
And then Emily's acting like she speaks perfect Spanish, and Shannon's like, yo entiendo todo. Okay? You loco. And you could tell Emily's jealous that Gina is getting along with Shannon. She's like, it's a little weird.
The dueling confessionals. They were pretty funny, though.
It was, yeah. But, you know. And then Bronwyn, they passed some bar, and Bronwyn says that that's how she grew up. Like, her mother was in a band called Candy Apple, and Bronwyn would take baths in a bucket and sleep upstairs in the bar, and there was cocaine on the table, and I think that's very telling about some of her issues.
Fucking Rainbow Deb.
That's a weird way to grow up. And she says, like, having a 4-year-old now, she's like, wow, that is so bad. It is bad.
It's very bad.
Then they go shopping, and Gina's like, wow, if I knew opening up about my feelings was going to get me $800 clothes, I would have told people a lot sooner. Wow.
I like her.
I'm just going to wear this. You cut the tags off. I'm so happy. And it's funny because Shannon's trying something on, and you can see her Spanx really clearly. They're
like sausage.
Yeah, they're like, come on, Shannon. And she's like, leave me alone. Stop, okay? Leave my Spanx alone. Poor Shannon. But then Gina sits down with Emily, and Emily's like, you're like a little baby. You need to be taken care of. And she's like, okay, but like now it's you who needs to be taken care of. Like, you're not checking in with me, and you're being really aggressive, and like there's something wrong with you. What's happening? And then they go outside, and Emily's like, I'm having an anxiety attack. I bet. She's having Shane is such a dick. Of course she's upset. She's like, I'm barely getting through life. I'm barely being a good mom. I'm barely being a good wife. I'm barely being a good lawyer. The bottom line is, actually, Emily, it's not your fault. You're married to a fucking asshole. Of course she's upset and crying outside. And I love how Gina's like, you want to go cry in a bus? She's like, no, okay, maybe. That's where we left off, because we watched this live and then we paused. And I feel so bad. So Shannon is really annoyed that Emily's outside having a breakdown because she feels like she's taking the attention away. It's supposed to be Gina's day. She's like, can't we just have one day that's drama-free?
Oh my, that I'm annoyed with Shannon, and I love Shannon, but the last 2 seasons has been just one big Shannon meltdown. And if anybody said anything about her meltdowns, God forbid.
Here's where I kind of understand why Shannon's annoyed. It's that they haven't brought up that Emily tweeted all that shit about her, and Tamra jumps right in.
Tamra fucking starts stirring the pot, and then Brownwyn has to act all surprised like she gives a shit. Please, fuck you.
I know, because Shannon's talking about it's supposed to be Gina's day. She's like, can we talk about the tweet? What about the tweet? And Robin's like, oh. They're annoyed. All right, well, it's one of those things where I rarely say this, but I see both sides. I'm sympathetic to Emily.
I feel really bad for Emily, and
it's terrible.
I love Shannon, but I just think she's being insensitive.
Yes, she is. But she's also mad because Emily bashed her all over social media and is trying to pretend nothing happened. It's kind of like a both.
She could have confronted Emily.
Yeah, I guess she feels like it's up to Emily to say something, like apologize or...
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole thing's stupid. And they're having a ball on Rodeo Drive.
Oh, yeah. You've had some balls on Rodeo Drive. No pun intended.
Let's just say I had a short stint as a personal assistant, and I was in Beverly Hills for a while.
A lot of balls.
What an evil place. What an evil place.
Lot of balls.
A lot of balls.
Old, saggy balls.
I wasn't crying. I just
It's so weird.
My contact was coming out and I didn't have the right solution, so I just I can see now. But this wet stuff, I was fine.
And she was able to get up at the perfect time to let all the women discuss Emily.
Yeah, they're all like, the conclusion they come to is she's not opening up, so she's just making us all think she's an asshole. They all say, yes, we've all lashed out, we're going through things, but Emily's not talking about what she's going through, so we're all mad at her. Then Emily comes back with this bullshit about her contact, and they're like, were you crying? Like, what's the problem? And then they get into the tweet, and she apologizes to Shannon, and Shannon is like, as a lawyer, you know what hearsay is, right? Like, and Emily's like, yes, I know what hearsay is, and yeah, that's why I'm saying I'm really sorry. And Shannon's like, okay, fine. I'll let it go. I'm not talking about it anymore. Tamara jumps in. This is why you don't gossip.
Oh, thank you, Tamara. Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
fucking
don't gossip. And
yeah,
then
please,
Emily,
Tamara, stirring the pot this whole fucking episode.
I gotta give Emily credit because Emily's in the hot seat and she's like, I'm really sorry, but Kelly, Gina told me something about a train rumor. What happened at dinner last night? I couldn't be there, so what was that? And Kelly's just like, this is my daughter calling, so fuck all of y'all. Fuck all of you.
She scares me.
Kelly scares me too, but I know why she's mad because she's like, you gotta be kidding me again with this.
But her reaction is...
I know, she flies off the handle. I feel like Kelly hits people. Well, yeah, you told me she threw her mother down the stairs.
Allegedly.
Well, I believe it. She seems like the type. She flies into rages. Like, she really went from 0 to 60 just now.
Yeah.
She's asking Emily what's going on, and then she's like, what's with this train rumor? Instead of just being like, oh my God, enough with the train, she's like, fuck all of you. I just love the way Emily did that. It made me laugh.
No, it was good.
What was that about a train?
Yeah.
And then she's like, I just wanted to know where it came from. Was it Vicky who started that?
Yeah. It was good.
It was very well done. First-rate Housewives sorcery going on. Excellent Real Housewives screenwriting. This is masterclass in how you create...
Divert.
Like, totally. It's amazing. Just
it is.
Like that.
It is.
I'm having a really hard time. Yep, and I just want to apologize for everything. Kelly, what was that about you getting fucked by 8 guys?
Yeah.
That Vicky said?
And they all jumped on it, too.
Mm-hmm. All aboard. I love how Tamara's like, why would Bronwyn say this? So Kelly's upset. Kelly's like, Shannon and Tamara are telling her that they didn't say anything to her because they didn't want to upset her, and she's at a 10. Kelly's like, no, you guys, I don't know who's my friend. There's always an excuse. Oh, I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, now my daughter's calling me to check in on me. It's like, wait a minute. This hasn't aired yet. How does Jolie know about this train thing? Jolie is 12 years old.
Yeah.
How did Jolie hear that a bunch of these fucking assholes were out to dinner?
Your 12-year-old has to call you and check up on you? Is that normal?
No.
No, it is. I mean, that's what I had to do. So that's why I was asking if it's normal.
It's not good.
And also with Tamara and Shannon going after Kelly, this is... I feel like this is probably the beginning of... Well,
they're not acting like they're going after her. They're acting
No, not going... They're chasing her to get to her. I don't mean...
Oh.
No, when they go meet her, I think this is probably why they begin feuding.
Because Kelly feels like they're full of shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you were looking out for me by not telling me what was said about me. And then Emily's like, I'm just confused because right before Vicky went to that dinner and they show the flashback, Vicky's like, I just really don't want drama. I'm not gonna engage with her because nobody's gonna win. And then she drops that bomb.
Yeah, that's Vicky.
Oh my god! And Kelly comes back to the table like really. She's at a 10, and Gina is just trying to tell her like to chill out about it, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like, I don't understand. Like,
you shut the fuck up.
What are you getting so mad about? Like, this is supposed to be my day. It's supposed to be about me. And she's like, maybe it'll be your day if you shut the fuck up, Gina. And then they're talking, and she's like, Gina is a disaster. She loses her keys. She loses this. She can't even take care of her kids. So shut up, Gina.
Can't take care of your kid. She's the last person who should be criticizing someone's parenting.
I think Gina is just innocently trying to tell Kelly, like, stop starting shit with Vicky. Stop fueling this. Like, the angrier you get over it, the more it's going to keep getting perpetuated. But, oh my God. But George and I were saying how it's so East Coast of Gina. Because if this happened in Beverly Hills, if one of the other ones said to the other, like, why don't you shut the fuck up? It would be a scandal for the whole season.
It would be.
Forget it.
The entire season.
But Gina's from Long Island, and I'm a New Yorker, and I tell my friends all the time to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, that's, to me, like, normal. We have a fight, and I'm like, you know what, fuck, why don't you go fuck yourself, fucking asshole? And it's nothing. And I could tell from Gina's like, wow, well, this is a great day.
Yeah, I know.
Shit. Wow. You're in a bed. Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Kelly reminds me of myself when I'm PMSing really badly. Like, I have some months where the PMS is evil. And I'm like, that's Kelly all the time is how I am when I'm PMSing. When I'm PMSing, I can't tolerate anything. Like, my poor mother will say the wrong thing to me, and I'm like, you know, you're like a judgmental, horrible person. Don't call me.
Yeah.
And she's like, God, what's your problem? I can be like that. Or like driving, like somebody just going a little too slow, and I'm like, you know what, you fucking idiot? Where'd you get your fucking license? But that's the thing is, I have the excuse of being hormonal. Kelly's like that all the time. Everything's like that. It's like, Kelly,
I mean, it is kind of sad.
That she's like that?
Yeah.
I think it's just her personality. She's hot-tempered. She's a fiery mama.
That's sad, though.
I can't imagine being like that all the time, because I hate feeling like that.
It's like,
I
it's
tell
horrible.
people, like,
it's
stay away from me.
Yeah, it's horrible.
She's a very angry person.
Yeah.
Reminded me of Elf.
Maybe her mom deserved to be shoved down the stairs.
No, remember in Elf when he's like, you must be from the South Pole.
No.
You don't remember Will Ferrell with Peter Dinklage?
Oh, yeah.
Call me an elf one more time. You're an elf. You must be from the South Pole.
I love Will
Feeling
Ferrell.
strong, my friend. That's Kelly.
Will Ferrell cat. Didn't you want to get a pharaoh or a pharaoh? She wanted a pharaoh cat and name it Will Ferrell.
We'll see what happens. I mean, I like this season so far, and I'm new to OC.
No, we're neglecting one other thing. Brown Wind. I just want to be invisible.
Oh,
After
I know.
you stirred this whole fucking thing. You started this whole fucking thing.
It's just so funny because Tamara's like, why would she do that? I'll tell you why, Tamara, because she has joined the Real Housewives franchise. And that is in the job description. You gotta stir the shit. And Bronwyn came in ready to go.
It kind of reminds me of, oh God, Megan Edmonds. Is that Megan King Edmonds or Megan Edmonds King? Whatever. I liked her, but she came on she was the one who really got the ball rolling with Vicky's boyfriend in the whole cancer scam. And she kind of annoyed me at first, but I came to like her. She did her job and she did it well. I kind of wish she was still around.
I can see the point where Kelly feels like, and Tamara absolves herself. She's like, the one who should have said something is Shannon. But the others say that it's Shannon and Tamara who heard the rumor. And somehow I got to Vicky. And what I'm getting from this is that Shannon and the others have let it slip. Because then Gina told Emily. They're all letting it slip. Whatever.
Yeah, they don't care.
But Kelly's... That's that.
That's that. We're done.
We're done. And we're working on some other content. We're going to give you some other like non-Housewives related stuff. Just George and Martha stories.
If you care.
I think it's entertaining. I was thinking that George and I should make a Christmas movie.
I think it has to be really cheesy, though.
Yeah, like a Hallmark movie.
Exactly.
Like, it would kind of be our version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Like, you and I decide to steal everyone's presents.
Or a love story.
Let us know in the comments if you can think of, like, a good Christmas plot for a movie.
But, like, Hallmarky and cheesy. Right?
What if we did, like, the Christmas shoes one?
The Christmas shoes?
Oh, you never saw that with Rob Lowe?
I don't...
You know that song about the kid buying shoes for his dying mom?
No, I don't.
It's the word. You guys know that song. Sir, I want to buy these shoes for my mama, please.
Sounds a little Jesus-y to me.
Well, we love Kathie Lee Jesus songs.
Oh, a little kiss, a little coffee,
a little moment to pray. Our Sunday mornings always started that way. Makeup in the mirror, humming a gospel song. When I came down the stairs, I knew that something was wrong. He was lying on the floor. He was in the better place. And I could tell for sure by that sweet look on his face that he saw Jesus. He saw Jesus. And he took his breath away. He was a man who never wanted to leave his house. But he went home that day. He saw the heavens open, saw the Father's open arms. And when you feel that kind of love, how can you stay? When you see Jesus, when you see Jesus, and he takes your breath away. If you're not familiar, that's a song by Kathie Lee Gifford.
We sadly have memorized.
We're not right in the head.
You
Anyway.
should also listen on YouTube if you have time to spare. Listen to Howard Stern's old rants about Kathie Lee.
Well, we told you in the past about Kathie Lee really being viciously cruel to a child with autism.
But she's so out there. She doesn't mean.
I think she got offended because the kid didn't like her song because it was so
Oh
mean.
yeah, well yeah, totally.
And the kid was, the kid's crying because she's like, "Did you like your song, buddy?" And he's like,
"It made me sad.
It really made me sad." And she's like, "Oh well, I'll have to jazz it up for you next time. All alone, all alone." Oh my God. And so Howard Stern had made amends with Kathie Lee because he had been really mean to her with
Frank.
the whole thing she went through. And then he sees this and his whole thing is like, this fucking Kathie Lee. I turn on the Today Show. Just look it up for yourselves. We can't get, it's so.
And the woman, because she like does the everyone tells us, everyone has a story.
Everyone has a story.
But she gets like these singers who are like musical theater singers. And a lot of them, not all of them, a lot of these like younger musical theater singers, they have these like really nasally voices. And so she's singing about this
the poor autistic child.
Yeah.
She's like, we see them every day, but too often look away. I don't want to kill anyone. That's what it sounds like, though. Idina Menzel's a little bit like that.
I feel like she was the one who started it all.
I can't stand it.
I mean, we have Bernadette and Patty. They're the.
But this whole everyone has a story. You know, I think of that. Like, every time I meet someone or, like, I'll go to, like, Dunkin' Donuts and the guy giving me my coffee is really angry. And I hear in my head, everyone has a story, different as night and day.
I need to start doing that.
I hear it in my head all the time. You know who loves them? You guys probably know, what's his name? Danny Pellegrino. He's a big Kathie Lee guy. He posts that a lot.
Oh, does he really?
He loves Everyone Has a Story. Yeah.
Really? What, on like Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to follow.
Oh, I know who I want to give a shout out to today. So, our early inspiration, somebody that I've watched for a long time.
It was her early inspiration.
Yes. It was Jill Informed. I'm sure many of you watching us come here because you get we're recommended after you watch one of her videos. She's the nicest person, and her videos used to crack me. They still do, but I would listen to this on the way to work and stuff like that. And I love her, and she's been so nice to us and supportive. We have 300 subscribers, and she leaves us these nice comments, and she said she might mention us. And I just want to say whether she can or she can't, thank you so much for being so supportive. We're like the little engine that could.
Also, because this is all very foreign to me. I'm just sort of going along for the ride with the recap thing. But she told me about Jill Informed, so I sort of watched a little bit of her videos just to sort of try and get a good grasp of it. I didn't really get a good grasp. I'm still trying to get a grasp. But then I heard that she had been contacted by Shane or something.
Yeah.
So
like
then
Shane's
then I got like sucked into her videos and I was like, shit, she's really good. And now I feel inadequate. And I also love, I mean, I've always felt inadequate, but I love her impression of Shannon. She does something with the hair. She's really good. Yeah.
She is. I know. I hope one day, like, if Jill Informed ever comes to New York, we could do a crossover episode because she and I do really good impressions. But we have, I feel like, different ones mastered, so it would be a good blend, and you'd be...
I'd be in the middle doing nothing.
Jill, it's an open invitation. We're so weird and lonely, but we'd be really nice to you.
Just don't be allergic to cats.
We'll make it really nice. We'll give you, like, a spread of food.
We'll use my dad's credit card.
No, really, we love you, and so I just want to say thank you because
this sounds really desperate, Martha. I mean,
no,
we're going to okay.
I don't think it's
okay.
Desperate.
That's fine. If you don't, then it's not.
I don't feel it's desperate. I'm very grateful. I'm
I am too.
Grateful because I feel like it's something like I always like thought I'd love to recap shows with you. Like we did Feud once a long time ago, and then I got into listening to recaps of the Housewives, and my favorite was Jill. I also like Danny Pellegrino, but on YouTube was Jill.
He's not on YouTube, Danny Pellegrino?
No, not that I know of. And Jill's the one that like made me feel like maybe we could do this. And now it's like so surreal to me.
Well, I can tell because when I started watching her videos, it's like, oh, I can see where Martha got this idea. You kind of reminded me of.
I'm like baby Jill.
You're a baby Jill.
I wish. Jill, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jill's gonna be like, wow, that was a
These
long
people are
shout.
fucking crazy.
All right, we love you, everybody. Thank you for watching. Leave us comments, and I'm very sorry that we had to talk so much about.
I think I'm sexually frustrated, and I said this to her at some point because I've been like making like these really inappropriate comments all throughout this.
You're like Teresa because her husband's been in jail when she keeps saying, "Yeah, wow, you're so hot," and they're like, "Teresa, get a vibrator."
Or Ramona.
Yeah, Ramona. Oh, God.
I didn't brush my teeth. Okay.
Bye.